How you doing, YouTube? This is Stash, the Polish-American blogger, coming back at you with good news. September 7th, Friday, the movie Hurricane was released in the UK and premiered. That would be last Friday, September 7th. And now it's available on digital platforms everywhere. I'll try to leave some of that in the liner notes. Great movie. At least the 303 Squadron got a tip of the hat finally after a long time, in my opinion. Greatest squadron of World War II, and comprised of a bunch of guys who really had no home to go back to in Poland. Showed how England at the time was very grateful, and I know there's a lot of Polish folks that live in England now, and there's like tension and stuff, and I hope they all get along and that they are having a good time there. So the UK has a good relationship with Poland, or at least in the World War II, and it showed something. I think the movie's too long in coming, though. That's just my opinion. It stars the Mr. Erwin Runyon, or I've never seen him before. He was tremendous as the Jan Zumbach squadron leader character, and the romantic lead. Witold Urbanowicz is featured by a Polish actor. His name is, I always pronounce it wrong, Marcin Dorociński. I apologize for saying it right, dude. He's tremendous. He was in Jack Strong, movie about this Polish spy, Richard Kuklinski. So they finally get their due. They had the most amount of kills in the Battle of Britain, which is the greatest air war in the history of air wars, pretty much. I would say it is. I mean, there was large loss of aircraft, of course, over the Battle of Kursk. A lot worse, of course, in that regard, but fighting in the Eastern Front. But in terms of the sophistication of the aircraft and the situation, probably the Battle of Britain. Yeah, I still say it's the most tremendous air war in history. Movie shows how the guys were flying sometimes when they had the enemy on the run, flying with not much sleep. And it has a little bit of the romantic feel to it, like Pearl Harbor, of course, stuff like that, but nothing to that degree. It does give you the idea of the tragedy. I mean, a lot of the story does go through the hardship that a character that, as far as I know, was fictional. Phyllis Lambert was played by a gorgeous and brilliant actress. I believe her name is Stefanie Martini, if I'm saying that right. And this film basically, in my opinion, maybe, I mean, it was a film to enjoy, so it's a romantic thing, so it's not something that a blogger would say, like, well, it's not enough, it didn't write the wrongs of history, that the Squadron did not get recognized by British cinema and American Hollywood, but it's something, and it's a great film, and I would definitely check it out. Milo Gibson, the son of Mel Gibson, plays the Canadian officer that's assigned to lead the group, and he plays it pretty straight, but it works. It's definitely, check him out. You can tell sometimes his face and countenance looks like Mel Gibson, but he's his own man. And obviously the Game of Thrones guys, which that program I've never seen yet, but obviously he's spectacular as the lead character. And he sort of shares it as a quiet co-lead with Marcin, who's playing Urbanowicz, and it does convey the fact that the guys weren't allowed to march. I'm not going to give away the plot to spoil it, but I'll put a slight thing that this is a slight spoiler. had said. But be that as it may, don't miss it. And it's hopefully it's going to be playing in actual physical theaters in the U.S. soon. So bravo! Give it up for the 3-on-3 Squadron and Stolat Polska. All Polish and Polish American people should check out this movie. All right. Well, best wishes. Have a great week.